How's it going, you guys? Frankie Hill here. All right, so today I'm going to review my part in Ban This. I was at the PAL factory and the team manager notified me that I'd be getting the opening part of the video, and I was so excited and I was just like jumping up and down for joy, and the team manager basically just looked at me and he's all, "Don't blow it," and it made me so nervous. And so this was my first solo part with Powell, opening up the video. Let's take a look. Okay, so this was really the beginning of the video. We went out to Montecito to Brooks Institute, and we talked about it, and we thought go down these stairs would be great to open up the part. So that's exactly what I did. Okay, so I'm trying to board slide this rail, and I thought it'd be cool for the video to kind of go with this way with my arms and then swing them forward, and then I was going to reach down and grab mute and come off. And I felt really good about it, but for some reason I just couldn't grab mute and come off. And you know, I don't think you know, the people filming really wanted me to get, you know, hurt or whatever, because this was like really at the beginning of the day and we had a lot of filming to do. So what we did is we just put the camera at the end of the rail, and they had me kind of shoot me just kind of going off the end. So if I would have had more time, sure, maybe I would have made it. But you got to take into consideration this entire video was filmed in 2.5 days. So we had to kind of go from spot to spot and keep things moving. So this is at a bank on Cala Real, which is like right down the street from my house. And of course the railing's super high. And so I bonelessed a board slide down this thing. And for 1989, I was feeling pretty good about it. That was a frontside 180 off my nose at Goleta Valley Junior High, the school that I went to that was right down the street from my house. There was like a little bump, so I was able to go over that garbage can. This little kick the wall varial that I did, I'm not really sure if I remember seeing someone else do it or if I kind of just, you know, made it up myself. I'm not totally sure, but I felt like it was kind of an original little trick and I like to do it. Okay, so I had a little ollie ramp, and I went over the pull-up bar at a school that was, I think it was in Elwood, and it was a fun little school, but taking my ollie ramp and going over the second bar there, I was pretty stoked to have this in the video. This is I think it was a frontside bone down like 5 or 6 stairs, and this is also at Brooks Institute in Montecito. So this is in the front of Brooks Institute, and it was right by a set of 9 stairs that I skated, and it was a pretty good little drop, so I just ollie muted it. Now this was a pretty big drop at Brooks Institute. I found this in the back, and we were basically ready to leave Brooks Institute, and I kind of saw this. It was like a planter box in this big old drop, and I'm like, man, this will be great for the video, man. Let's get this. So I did it, and the ground was super rough, but I was still able to make it, so really stoked. This was at a school right down from Santa Barbara Mission, boneless to board slide down. I think it was about 8 or 9 stairs on my Vallely board. This was kind of interesting. They brought Vallely out, which he's right here, and me and him skated for a couple of hours one afternoon because the team manager came to me and said, hey man, I mean, you're going to get a chance to skate with one other skater in like a group session or whatever. Like, so who do you want to skate with? And I'm like, man, Mike Vallely, of course. So they brought him out for the afternoon, and it was really a memorable time getting a chance to skate the day with Mike Vallely. And this was at a church in downtown Santa Barbara. So this was at Brooks Institute, and it was like an ollie backside Japan. Pretty stoked to get this off that drop. It was right next to 9 stairs, so it was basically a 9-stair drop. And this was a crail 1 foot that I was, known for doing. I did this basically quite often off stairs. And this was a mute 1 foot that I did down the stairs. Kind of landed a little bit squirrely, but still kind of rode away. So this is off my ollie ramp on like a couple of these high bars at the same school in Elwood, and I was able to get an ollie board slide on it. This was something that I kind of took off from Nadas Coppice. I saw him do the ollie on the roll bar off the jump ramp on the back of the truck. So this kind of reminded me of it. So I was able to, do this as well. Now this was really interesting. This was also part of the same day that Mike Vallely came out, and we got to skate together for the afternoon. And one of the first places we went, I think this was the first place that we went, was out to UCSB, out to the Thunderdome. And I went ahead and I was trying to boneless to board slide down this 14-stair kink, and Stacy Peralta was filming, and I was getting really close. And on one of my attempts, my back foot got stuck behind the handrail, and it flipped my feet over my face, and I landed right on my face, skinned my cheek, got a bunch of dirt in the inside of my mouth. It was really a brutal slam. It didn't take me out for the day. It looked a lot worse than it was, but it was definitely a bad fall. And as I was walking back up the stairs, I remember Stacy, who was filming, he's like, we're done, we're out of here. And I ran back up the stairs really fast, thinking in my head how important it was to get this on the video. And I'm like, no, I just yelled at Stacy, and I kind of just started to run towards the stairs. And as I ran towards the stairs, he pulled the camera back and just started to push record. And that was this make in the video. So of course I put my hands down a little bit, but for just seizing the moment, I'll always be really proud of myself for going through that and getting it in the video. Now this was also at Glida Valley, and later in the day, me and Mike went out here and we were skating the school, and we kind of went by this thing and we were looking at it, and I decided to try it. And this angle doesn't really show the tail of the tape. This double set is, the flat part here is really long. This is a really big double. So it is what it is. You can kind of see it. You can kind of see it if you take that wall and you run that wall all the way out to where that is right there. You can see how long this double set actually is. So you can't really see it with this angle, but you sure can see it if you take this wall here and you run it all the way out to there, basically where the end of these stairs go. You can see that this thing's like probably, I don't know, almost 15 feet long. So for 1989, doing like a 15-foot double set, yeah, I was pushing it as far as I could go. No doubt about that for the video. This was at Glida Valley in the parking lot, no comply over the curb. Now, this was at Brooks Institute. This was a kickflip off the drop, which is right next to 9 stairs. So it was basically like I was kickflipping off of 9 stairs. I decided not to grab on this one, and really stoked to be able to get a kickflip down 9 stairs in band this in 1989. This was also in downtown Santa Barbara, frontside 180 over a hydrant, and stoked to get that off my nose. This was a little board slide, Brooks Institute. This was at a school right down from the Mission, and you know, ollie backside method. Really stoked to do that. I kind of felt a little bit Dogtownish when I did that method. I used to love watching the Dogtown skaters do their airs off a jump ramp, so felt good doing this. This was at that same school. It was about a 9-stair ollie down some stairs. This was me doing some flat ground on a full-size Lance Mountain at Glida Valley, my junior high that I went to school at. This was a mute grab, and there was a small sidewalk that ended right where I landed. I didn't land all the way over the sidewalk, which I, was kind of hoping to do, but I kind of landed with like my back trucks like barely on the edge of it and then rolled into the street. This is at Brooks Institute. Okay, so this is an off and ollie ramp at the school right below Mission in Santa Barbara, and I did a kickflip indie grab over this fence, and I made it super clean, and for some reason the board just broke. And so we actually had to go back to Powell, set up another setup, come back here and do it again within, like an hour, because this whole thing was filmed in like 2 days. So on this particular land, I didn't land super clean, but there is footage of me landing it perfect and then snapping the board. That's a frontside 180 off my nose, right around the corner of where I used to live. That's at Mike Valley. Ollie tail grab over the garbage can down some stairs. This is an ollie over a gap at Mike Valley, and you can't really see it from this angle, but this gap is super big. If I go there today and actually just shoot a photo of it, you'd be able to see. This thing is, I probably should take a tape measure here. It's probably almost 10 feet wide. But in any case, I was stoked to get it. I was probably going like 40 miles an hour to get this ollie over this thing. That's an ollie off my nose, mute, over that pull-up bar in Elwood. Varial crail, down 5 stairs. Kickflip indie grab, down 5 stairs. Half cab. Okay, half cab, down 5 stairs, Brooks Institute. I hit the last stair. Now this was interesting. This was at the Long Beach Convention Center. And I had gone here about a month earlier for a trade show. And this is a 35 stair. On the other side, it's 30. And I told the team manager that I wanted to board slide the 30 stair. And I think it'd be, I would be stoked. So let's, I wanted to get a video camera and go videotape it. But we weren't able to get a camera. So the team manager just walked up with me to make sure I wasn't going to hurt myself. And I tried it a few times, and on one of the tries I fully had it. And I just jumped off at the very end because I had a sprained ankle at the time, and without getting it on video, who cares? So I just jumped off at the end and walked away, and that was it. So about a month later, to end this video, we came back here to do it. But unfortunately on the other side, they had it roped off and they were painting the planter boxes. I could not believe it. There was actually yellow tape across the bottom. It was ridiculous. So then we had to try the 35. And I was bonelessing to board slide on the first time on the other side. This time I brought my ollie ramp because the goal was to ollie to it, not boneless, and B, get on going really slow, of course, right at the top. Unfortunately, this 35 is a little bit steeper, and I can't remember if I was riding rails or not, but in any case, I was going way too fast, and I tried it about 20 or 25 times and wasn't able to make it. And I got to right about here, probably on my best one, and on the way back, no one said a word in the tour van. Everyone was just completely quiet. Yeah, it was a pretty solemn time, unfortunately, but yeah, this is one that got away.
But can you do a handstand?
So that's it. That's my review on Ban This. My first solo opening part for Powell, and I mean, I was so excited, and such a priceless time for me in skating. All right, you guys, take care.